speaker is a bit of a local legend. He is also known as the Diabetes Crusader, Bob Scheidt.
What I'm going to attempt to do is give you my entire life history, all the way up to my near death, in less than 5 minutes. From a poem by Evan S. Connell. Each life is a myth, a song given out of darkness, a tale for children, a legend we create. Are we not heroes, each of us, in one fashion or another, wandering through mysterious labyrinths? As a boy, I walked in my woods where I grew up. I would spend a lot of time in those forests, and there I received both visions and then a calling to leave those woodlands and go into the far corners of the world. In 1973, my first year in college, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. And obviously a very dangerous disease that I would have the rest of my life and would change my life dramatically. The pack that I carry on my adventures will always be 8 pounds more than the average, the person who did not have diabetes. In the 1980s, I became the first person in history to complete, the first person with type 1 diabetes to complete a 6-day race. And the 6-day race, I walked for 6 days and 6 nights, and I had to put up with blisters and thunderstorms and high heat, and ended up walking 274 miles. Then I reinvented myself, and I started to walk across America. I walked, first of all, from just north of Seattle, from the Pacific Ocean to the Atlantic Ocean in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And the following year, in the 2000s, I walked around the perimeter of America. And during that time, my oldest daughter was with me, accompanied me, and we did diabetes programs, including on 32 native reservations. The next year, going into 2013, I started walking across Europe. And there I was accompanied by my youngest daughter, thereby keeping things even, as one daughter joined me across one continent, the other daughter joined me in a different continent. So in last year, I started to walk what I'm calling my Magnum Opus, what I have been planning for years and years. 1,000 miles across France and Spain. And I began that walk in Toulouse, France. And there I went to find 3 Black Madonnas in the cathedrals in Toulouse. Black Madonnas were brought here to Europe from in the 1200s by the Knights Templar, probably from Ethiopia, and they exuded a certain energy. That's what I was looking for, and that's what I received. Then I continued on from there into the city of Cahors, where there were bridges with medieval bridges, and just an amazing place. We ate lunch on top of an open deck that later turned into a pulse-pounding discotheque. Continuing on through France, we saw a lot of statues in all the churches, up near the front of Jeanne d'Arc. And that was also another obsession of mine. So going way back to La Pouille-en-Velay 8 years earlier when I started walking in a different part of France. So this just continued the obsession. My friend Vivek was with me was right off the pages of a novel, a seaboat captain that had sailed to every major port in the world, and so he kept me very entertained. I had friends from Boulder, Colorado, who pushed their son, their 3-year-old son, in a jogging stroller, and we visited the castle in Carcassonne, and during our walks, and then I found the Pyrenees came into view, and I was feeling really good at this point. It was a test for my near 70-year-old body. I worked my way up to the top of the Pyrenees and back down the other side into Spain. And when I got to Spain, I suddenly felt horrible. My friend from Germany, Sabina, said I looked like shit. And it was a lower right lung infection. And the thing was, in my room in the hospital, I could see the mountain with the windmills that I was going towards. I should have been going towards. But I know there, I will come back to that spot in next year at this time.